Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Yeps.
My name is Yeps.
And welcome to my super duper special video today. I'm really excited about this one. We're going to be looking at the top 25 drops in RuneScape today. Before we start off though, a lot of us are hunting for these items, maybe even right now. So I wanted to ask you, if you are hunting for one of these very expensive items, let's say a bill or so plus, go ahead and comment down below. I'd be curious to see what you guys are trying to hunt and to see what kind of consensus there is. And I do just want to say also, RNGesus is going to be blessing the comment section down below. So if you do comment, RNG is in your future. I guarantee it. I do just want to have a small disclaimer real quick. I am going to be ranking these based off of the recent high price. Now, I'm going to be going off of the prices that I took from the Sudi bot between March 7th and March 9th, 2022. So if they have changed, as they will, sue me. But that's what they are, at least at the time of this recording, and that's how I'm going to be ranking them. So there you go. All right, guys, without further ado, let's get into this. Drop a like down below, drop a sub down below. Love you guys. Let's go ham. Let's get this. All right, coming in 25th place is the Appraisal Codex. Now this current price recently is 755 mil, though I did see this for a while go up to around the 1 bill mark, so it can fluctuate plus or minus a couple hundred mil, but it is a very expensive drop obtained from Nex Angel of Death. The drop rate really does just depend on the amount of people that are in the encounter. If you're doing like a lower man, then you're going to get a lot higher rates as far as getting a drop. But this unlocks the T99 prayers for magic, ranged, and melee. Overall, I would say this is a high priority to buy one day for bossing, but you can make do until then. It's about a 2 to 3% damage increase if I'm remembering correctly. Alright, coming in 24th place, this one might be a bit confusing because I have to kind of take matters into my own hands here. I just want to point out, if you look in the top right, this is a 1 in 523,908 chance that you're going to get this on a single slot of a master. Obviously, it's a little bit better than that considering all the slots, but still, this thing is extremely rare. That being said, if you look in the bottom right, the prices are all over the place simply because the supply for this item is so poor. So it's coming in at 728 in the GE price, which is a little bit lower than the Appraisal Codex that we were just talking about at around 755. But I'm just going to go out and say that this is more money, but I'm having a hard time putting this up in the 2 bill mark simply because it's not always going to go for that much, if that makes sense. So if you do randomly come across a drop of second age plate legs, I would highly recommend throwing that in for max cash and sitting on it, because chances are someone crazy is going to come around and buy that for max cash at least one day. And this rarity is exactly why the second age plate legs earn slot number 24 in my ranking. Coming up at number 23 is the Seismic Wand. This is a rare drop from Virago, and the rate does, as you can see in the top right with the explanation, vary on how many people are in the group and so forth. I remember a couple years back, these were trading for around 70 to 80 mil, and now it is 10 times that. This is because of the new magic meta. If you're not fully aware, magic prices are going up extremely high, and while this is only a hair weaker than the Appraisal Wand, that's why it's becoming such a viable option and why it's in such high demand now. So if you are going for a nice wand, this would probably be a good option, as it's, about a third as expensive as the Appraisal Wand. Hint hint. Coming in at number 22 is the Seismic Singularity, which is another drop from Virago. As the Imperium core is also really expensive and comes from AOD, this is going to be a T90 alternative, which is quite a bit cheaper. As you see, it fluctuates pretty hard between mid 7s to mid 8s. It currently has the highest recent price of 865 mil, which is pretty freaking good. And yeah, it's going to be a great alternative to the T92 Imperium core, as I already said. So go get this drop. Also, with Tectonic Energy being really valuable because magic gear in the Tectonic armor is really expensive right now, this is actually a very good method to go with a team to farm these seismics from Virago. Coming in at number 21 is the Crypt Bloom Top. Killing Croesus right now is absolutely insane, with many people that I've been seeing releasing money-making guides with up to 75 or even 80 mil per hour killing this boss. The Crypt Bloom armor in general together has an incredible set bonus, which basically makes you a tank. So everyone right now is farming this to try to get this armor for themselves or to sell it off for huge amounts of GP gains. And it is because this is such a desirable piece of armor that it's going for almost a bill. Coming in at number 20 is the Third Age plate legs. These are really rare and kind of confusing, honestly, because the plate legs are worth so much more than the plate body. I went and checked, and the plate body is kind of like 300 to 350. Yet if you look, these plate legs went clear up into the 900 mil range, which is insane to me. But at the same time, if you do check the drop rate in the top right corner, a 1 in 40,500 chance, it's pretty freaking rare. So it makes sense that they have such a large price tag, but kind of weird that it's more than the plate body by such a considerable amount. But these come from Hard Clues. They're awesome. I am still trying to get these, and maybe one day I will on my other Hard Clue opening series. If you do like Hard Clues, go check that out. Gotta plug it. Sorry. Moving to the next one. Speaking of legs being weirdly more expensive than bodies, coming in at number 19 is the Crypt Bloom Bottoms, which is 2 slots above the Crypt Bloom Top, which, as you see, it actually peaks 100 mil higher at almost a bill. 985 mil was the highest recent trade. This also comes from Croesus, so as you can imagine, that boss is dripping in good drops. It's a 1 in 5,400 rate, though you can get more stacks of loot per kill depending on how many people are in the encounter and how good you are at doing the different tasks and so forth. Have you guys ever been way too optimistic about a goal in RuneScape? Well, I remember way back when, about a year ago, that I was like, dude, the ambassador title would be sick. And I thought that because of these pieces, basically. As you see here, they go all the way up to 1.125 bill for these Eldritch crossbow pieces. They are awesome, and I figured if I could learn to solo the ambassador, heck, I could go and camp this for such a long time and make many, many bills off of that title. The main deterrent, though, is that you have to run through the entire ED3 dungeon in order to even get to the ambassador, so getting 55 runs will honestly take you quite a bit of time. Personally feel that that amount of time is what keeps us from being overcamped. If it was like Rockshare or something where you could literally just sit at it and go kill after kill after kill, the prices of these would probably be far lower. But because it is hard to get these drops and the ECB is a total beast, that makes these items expensive, which gets it rank 18 on our list. Coming in at rank 17 on our list is the Blightbound crossbows. These are super awesome T92 ranged dual wields, and they are dropped from Solak at a rate of 1 in 400. Honestly, these things are awesome. I know that the boys and I went and tried to kill Solak, and because I am a total scrub, we were not able to do it, but hey, for whoever can go and kill Solak or solo Solak, if you're a total boss, props to you, because these are honestly huge drops and you could probably make absolute bank here. Coming up next is the Ekzekil pieces, which are the Zuck sword basically, and these can range a lot, really depending, I'm guessing, on whoever's trying to finish their sword at the time, as there was a trade up to 1.3 bill recently. Kind of out of the norm, but pretty cool too. Yeah, I have died at Zuck like 4 times, and I kind of vowed to never go back, I guess, until I actually learn how to PVM, but hey, I've been doing clues, so I'm a happy clam. But this makes the T95 Zuck sword, and it basically, I believe, makes stuff bleed, like a lot, so that's cool. Coming in at number 15 is the Magma Tempest Ability Codex. This has had large fluctuations lately. It went all the way down to about 1.02 bill, but it's definitely spiked back up again towards 1.3 to 1.4 bill range. This is also dropped from Zuck, but it can be dropped in normal mode as well as in hard mode, which is pretty cool, so that noobs like I could go and get that from normal mode. But this is an incredible ability that I believe, if I'm not wrong, is next most damaging within Magic after Greater Concentrated Blast. Maybe someone correct me down below, but it's super powerful. You can make it AoE as well as non-AoE, I believe. The recent update made it that way. Anyway, it's lit. Definitely, I've been eyeing that, though I don't know if I can justify it for just killing Hellhounds right now. That's kind of a lot. I thought that I was insane when I bought my Imperium core at like 700 mil. Guys, this thing has been skyrocketing, honestly, and it's the second most desirable drop at next Angel of Death, coming in at 1.25 to 1.45 bill, which is just insane for an offhand, honestly. Once again, this does differ as far as drop rates go. The smaller the group, the better chance you have at getting it, but it's a big drop, that is for certain. Woo! Coming up on my biggest drop that I've ever gotten personally, the Shadow Die. These have been going between 1.33 to 1.62 bill recently. I've gotten 6 of these thus far in my cluing adventure, and I am just getting started. So it's a lot of money, that's for sure, and it's definitely fun to see that pop up in a casket. There was a time about a month ago where these actually did hit maxed cash. I think there was some sort of insane panic associated with it, but these are eventually going to hit maxed cash. If you do want to see my series where I hunt down these dies and try to buy a Santa hat with all of the loot that I get, I'll be including my playlist down in the description below for you to go and watch at your pleasure. Next up at number 12 is the Greater Ricochet Codex, or Rico as it has come to be known. This is the most overpowered, maybe not overpowered compared to Magic, but at the time it was the most overpowered ability unlock in the game. It is dropped from Raksha at a rate of 1 in 500. It still is what makes this boss incredible money, making it, definitely 50, 60 mil plus per hour to kill this boss, simply because of the great demand that this item is in. And because it is such an incredible ability, it comes in at the 12th most expensive drop that you can get in RuneScape. Coming in at number 11 are the Lang Swords. I personally love these things when it comes to clues, simply because having the Hurricane and the Assault ability not share cooldown is so cool that you can do those back to back. These are dropped from the Arch Glacier. Some people call it Arc Glacier. I don't know, I'm American, I say Arch Glacier, but whatever, man. These have fluctuated a lot. I've seen them as low as 1.1 bill and as high as like 1.6, 7, 8, somewhere in there, but the recent trades are anywhere from 1.36 to 1.65 bill, which is a pretty big drop. Coming in and starting off our top 10 is the Dorman SGB, which is dropped from Telos. You'd think that with Telos becoming older and older content that basically the money that you'd earn from Telos would go down. Ironically, it's actually been going up. Because the SGB spec is so powerful in the Essence of Finality amulets, it has been very, very in demand, and while orbs are not that expensive, the Dorman SGB is. And with the release of Crypt Bloom and Magic just being absolutely dominant when going against Telos, you can, with 2,449 in Rage repeats, you can make like 200 to 250 mil per hour currently, which is absolutely insane. So yeah, guys, the drop rate depends based on Enrage, but this is an incredible, incredible drop. It's the best one at Telos, and it comes in ranked number 10. Maybe you guessed it, maybe you didn't. Number 9 are the individual pieces of the Fractured Staff of Armadyl. These are dropped from Karapak the Bound, and they can range, for the worst items, right, they might be like 1.678 bill, but as far as the Fractured Stabilization Gem, lately it's been from 2.06 to maxed cash. So that is an incredible drop. It is about a 1 in 450 rate drop from Karapak Hard Mode, which is a boss that I feel is really heavily camped right now. But it makes sense. The Fractured Staff of Armadyl is incredible, and while it has been dropping from 7 to 8 bill down to 5 to 5.5 bill, it is still something heavily sought after as it becomes more and more available to players price-wise. Coming in at number 8 is the most expensive item that I've bought, at least in my time playing RuneScape. It is the Wand of the Appraisal. I did not pay 2.3 or 2.4 bill as it is now. I paid something like 1.1 bill, which was insane at the time, but hey, things have gotten twice as insane since then. But this is number 8, drop from next Angel of Death. It is the drop that you are trying to get if you are bossing here. And as you see in the top right, once again, drops at AOD, like the other ones, are based off of the player count. There are huge numbers of discords dedicated to killing AOD just because it is historically one of the best money makers in the game. And yeah, please enjoy me running for my life trying to solo AOD here. I don't live very long, I'll just tell you that. Guys, I just want to say that there's a reason why clue scrolls are freaking lit, okay? It's because of the prices of dies. They are insane. They are the top drops in the game, and we're starting off with the ice die here at rank number 7 as the 7th biggest drop that you can get. So these are dropped from elite and master clues, though masters have more slots, so thus a better chance at dropping them. But they are very expensive and very cool too. Like check out this dyed Fractured Staff of Armadyl. It's pretty sweet, huh? But they're sought after heavily just because of how cool they are, how rare they are, and honestly, just a fun part of RuneScape to play doing clues. I'd highly recommend going and watching clue videos. It's like playing the lottery, honestly. Coming in at number 6 is the Hazelmere's Signet Ring, or the HSR. It comes in anywhere from 3.4 to 3.7 bill, and this one has had a large jump recently with, I think like towards the beginning of the year, it was like 2.5 bill. So I got a bit panicky with it, and I bought in at 3.5 bill because I figured that these hero items are all going through the roof more or less. And I wanted to get one before they're 6 bill each. So I bought in then, and it has risen a little bit since then. 200 mil profit in 3 months, not bad. But it's a cool item. It provides an extra teleport into the like tree gnome area, which is nice for doing clues. Besides that, I mean, it doubles stuff every once in a while. I mean, maybe 1 in 100, maybe less. But it does double stuff, which is kind of cool as well. Besides that, really just worth it to keep the luck of the dwarves. It's going to be the same amount of luck as far as getting rare drops goes, just lacks the doubling aspect and the teleport. So anyway, cool drop, very fun item to have. We are nearing the end, guys. Number 5 is Tavia's Fishing Rod. This is anywhere between 3.55 to 3.9 bill. It is another one of the hero items, and it is dropped by getting a red Uncharted Isle map. You apparently go to this island, and there's, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, a chest that you open, and Tavia's Fishing Rod is just chilling there. And yeah, so this is extremely rare. You can get this red map either from buying the Traveling Merchant maps, the green ones from that shop, or by fishing. It's just going to be extremely rare in either case. I have heard of people buying the green maps from the Traveling Merchant just for the chance alone to get the red map. I personally don't know if that's really worth it, as I mean, I haven't looked. I think it's 700k each or something. It's like not cheap to buy those Traveling Merchant maps if you're not really going to be using those for the Arc or for getting the salty title or anything anyway. But yeah, it's a cool fishing rod. It does give extra perks as far as catch rate. I believe you can get double catches as well. But I don't know if that's, once again, something that's really going to be worth it. It's just kind of something that's extremely rare and cool for that regard. The most expensive hero's item, however, is Guildmaster Tony's Maddox. And what this does, similar to Tavia's Fishing Rod, it gives you a chance, I believe a 10% chance, to discover an artifact immediately during the course of excavating a single artifact. So basically a 10% chance, you just, boom, get it. It also gives you a chance of getting an additional material, which is pretty cool as well for a little bit of extra GP. Is that worth 5 to 5.6 bill? Look at those cash stacks. No, it's not, but it's pretty cool. It was fun as well when Archaeology came out to see people racing to try to get the edge on each other for the 200 mil XP race, and they would pay, 10 bill for this item or something insane just to have that one up. But it is a cool item. It is extremely rare. You have to have, I believe, 1 in 10,000 chance to get a shadowy key, which you then use to unlock Guildmaster Tony's Maddox in the upstairs of the Archaeology building / guild place. So it's extremely rare. You get it from Tetra Compass farming. So as you can imagine, getting like a Tetra Compass every hour or two, it would take a huge amount of time to get this. But then, once again, expensive items aren't easy to get, so it makes sense. Oh baby, we're in the top 3, guys. Third for third place. Third age die for third place. Here we go. 7.5 to 8.15 bill in recent times. Look at those cash stacks, man. Almost 4 full max cash stacks is how much it would cost to buy one of these. So, needless to say, you would need to get some shards. But these are dropped from either elite or master clues at an insanely high drop rate, or low drop rate. Yeah, an extremely low drop rate. This is super rare. It might be 10,000 of these clues before you get one, which is many hours. But that's what we're all after as far as clues go. It's really exciting to see if you just totally hit the lottery and suddenly make 8 bill. That's just kind of how it is, but that's the fun of it, you know? Coming in at second place is the Blood Die with, look at that, 7.15 to 8.6 bill. We have passed officially the 4 maxed cash stacks required for a single item, making it the second most valuable drop. Once again, I've recorded this. These prices were accurate as of 3/8. I heard today that one went for 10.6 bill, or 10.4 bill, excuse me. I am not going to update that because that takes work, and this is accurate as of 3/8. But guys, these prices are getting ridiculous. They are so rare to come by, and they look so freaking cool. Like Blood Dying, those Lang Swords, are you serious? Those are insanely cool looking in my opinion, and that's why people do this, to flex their wealth, because these are expensive. But these are dropped for Masters and Elites. It is just a dream of mine to get one of these drops. I originally set out on my Time to Die series to try to get all of the dies. Who knows if I will ever do that, as these are just simply almost out of reach. They're that rare. Maybe you guys have guessed it at this point, maybe not, but number 1 is Orlando Smith's hat. This is only obtainable from a Master Clue, and as you see there, well over 4 maxed cash stacks. The most expensive trade was recently at 9.9 bill. Guys, this is an item that you could get today. You'd have to be so lucky, but you could get this drop literally today. And that's the fun part about this countdown today, is that these are drops available to anyone in game right now. They're not rares. They are very rare to get, but they are not rares from 2002 that you're never really going to be able to have a drop of ever. It's something that's obtainable. Is it crazy? Yes. But is it obtainable? Also yes. But guys, this is a cool item. I bought mine at 7.57 bill. It has risen a lot in the last couple of months. It's really become a popular item for clue scrollers like myself to get their hands on that, because it does have certain chance procs per tier to give you a casket. Just like you're doing a master clue, boom, you have a proc of an elite casket sitting within your master casket. So it's pretty cool. It gives you free clues, essentially free completed clues, and that's one of the many reasons why it is so cool. The rarity, it's insanely rare. It's insanely rare, insanely cool, and it does cool stuff that makes you money. Is it worth it? Like all hero items? No. The answer is no. It's just fun, and it kind of shakes things up as far as clue scrolls go. But guys, that is my video for today. Thank you so much if you stuck around for this whole thing to watch all of these rare drops in RuneScape. Comment down below, did any of these surprise you? I'd be curious to see if anyone guessed exactly what was the most expensive item, or maybe something else stood out to you that is ridiculously expensive. Comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these drops. Maybe even comment down below what your rarest drop in RuneScape ever was and how much GP it was. That's a cool one as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. Once again, if you ever do want to watch any of my clue openings, I will link the playlist down in the description below. If you want to ever come and hang out, have questions about RuneScape or anything else, hop in the Discord and we can chat about anything. I'm a chatterbox, love to talk, and hopefully we'll be talking soon, guys. Thanks so much for watching once again. Drop a sub, drop a like, love you guys, and till the next time, peace out.